And who is it that we are going to play today? Does that say Marine? I think that says Marine. It's hard to tell on my OBS overlay because it is kind of pixelated. I only see like 8 pixels of the actual text, so I'm going to assume that that said Marine, and we're going to play as the Marine. And that's it. We'll just have a good run. Still waiting, by the way, still waiting on that true final update to the game. I want my Paradox. I want my random character, and I want, whoa, you son of a gun. I want to start a brand spanking new, not save file, but streak from 0. It'll be just like your Eden streak in Isaac, but it'll be the Paradox streak in Gungeon. Random characters, random items, random guns. I'm curious how they're gonna implement that. Like, is it gonna be a random D tier gun, or is it gonna be a random any gun? The way I was thinking about it would be that you have a, you know what? Let's just go for it immediately. The way I was thinking about it would be that you have points. And let's say every character starts with 5 points, plus or minus 3. And the game would give you 1 passive, 1 active, and 1 gun, and each quality up is worth 1 point. So a D tier item is worth, you know, maybe 0 points, and a C tier item is worth 1 point. So you could have a run in which you have, you know, potentially a couple of C tier items, or you could have a run where you have potentially a black tier item or something if that's what's randomly selected. Maybe you'd start with 0 points and you could have up to 3 as like bonus additions or something. I don't know how you'd end up doing it, but I think you could have some interesting, you know, probabilities of distributions of items, and you don't necessarily need to limit it to a certain subset of items that you could have to start with, you know, just make it super random. Or super rare, I should say, that you're gonna get a high tier item. Either way, sorry, that might have been a little bit loud, but either way, I'm looking forward to it. The Fishy plus the Flytrist synergy. Hey, you know what? I'll put it into the game. I will make a custom synergy for you too. If I actually end up getting that far to figure out how the synergies work. Synergies in Gungeon, modding them in, I think is gonna be a little bit on the tricky side, but it's definitely not impossible. Yo, we got the scope. Oh. Stop. Hammer time. We've got the scope, and the scope is really freaking good. The scope is a item with which we could potentially completely break the game and one-shot every boss in the entire game, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. I'm not ignoring you guys talking about my real name. I just, you know, want to at least open the YouTube video with a little bit of conversation that is a little bit kind of generic, that they can get behind, you know? I'm not just like, yo, hey, Twitch, how's it going? And everyone's on YouTube is like, hey, wait a minute, this is supposed to be for me. This is supposed to be all for me, my own private entertainment. I'm the only one watching these videos. I'll give Twitch my my attention when they damn well deserve it, which they damn well don't. I mean, I could be real douchey and just say, hey, you don't get a response unless you you give me a bit per message. But I would never do something like that. That is, I'm not gonna say that is beneath me. It's just it's a little scummy. It could be scummy. I don't know. We got 2 blanks. We gotta do Trigger Twins. Sometimes I'm also just kind of focusing, you know, like on the Trigger Twins fight here. I'm not gonna be able to pay attention to what's happening on Twitch chat. I'm gonna have to like alt-tab and scroll up to see the other messages that I haven't responded to yet. You know, we got things to do, especially on this floor. Since we opened up a black chest, got Gundromeda Strain, which is fantastic. I still don't know, by the way, if it actually works on bosses. You'd think that I would actually figure that out at some point. Yo, you were shooting bullets out of your butthole, excuse me? You'd think that I would figure that out at some point, seeing that I am the Gungeon guru. But honestly, I have no idea if Gundromeda Strain actually works against bosses. It's a effect, it's a question that I could answer. I could look it up in the mod, not the mod, but I could just look it up in Gungeon code and try to figure it out if I really wanted to. Like, there's ways that I could figure it out if I really, truly wanted to. And you think I would, but I just haven't done that yet. Could probably just be random starter items. So like what, you would have the same selection of guns? Because that could be interesting, that you have the same selection of guns to choose from. Like, oh, you could only have the starting guns over the other starting characters, and then you get a random starting item, or a passive or something. But I think it would be really interesting if you could get random guns as well. Maybe they could only give you certain guns or something. I'm tempted. Problem is with the Molotov launcher, we're very unlikely to actually find a secret room with the Molotov themselves. So I just blanked in a random room. Now, we got flak bullets for 36, that's very good. We have oiled cylinder for 45, that's very good. We have 2 keys, which we cannot actually afford, which is very unfortunate. I would have to break a lot of barrels to try to find a couple of extra cents. I was kind of hoping that maybe we could find a secret room. You know, you never know if you're gonna find a brown chest in there. That brown chest is going to be unlocked. It's gonna give you 5 cents and you're gonna be happy with that. It looks like we are not gonna be able to go down to the oubliette, which means I might just wanna go buy the reload up, because reload up can be really good. It can give you some nice advantages with certain weapons that otherwise have a very long reload time. And I am, honestly, trying to look for a couple of extra cents. I don't see any extra cents though. I've broken a lot of barrels. Barrel. So I guess we're just going to buy something and then go down to the next floor. What are we gonna buy? I have an incoming phone call? Hold on one moment. I have no idea who this is. I'm gonna figure it out though. Spam. Who guessed spam? Who guessed spam? Hi, my name is Abigail. I'm from the consumer something something. I'm here to talk about your car insurance. Joke's on you, lady! I don't own a car. Ha! Well, I mean, I have a motorcycle, but that's it's a really shitty motorcycle, but it's not a car. So, ha! Joke's on you, lady. I can identify a scam. There was also a very noticeable delay when I answered. It's like, hello? 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 Hi, my name is Abigail. Anyways, what the hell were we doing on this run? Right, oiled cylinder or a key or flak bullets. I'm gonna go with the oiled cylinder. I like getting this passive stat upgrades. It means that we will not be going to the oubliette on this run, but you know what, whatever. Oh my lord. Also, hey, Jornker, hello, and Game Watcher Libre, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh. I do have dual monitors. I have 2 monitors. One kind of mostly in front of me, a little bit to the left, and the other one off to the right. I really need a space. I need a bigger desk so I could fit a 3rd monitor up here. I actually do have a 3rd monitor in storage, but it's a really kind of shitty monitor. Also, oiled cylinder Molotov launcher is actually really nice. But I have a really old monitor. It's really small. It probably only does like 720p, but still, you know, I could put up, you know, Twitch chat on that monitor and that monitor alone, and I'd save so much space on my good monitor, you know? I don't want to do any sort of like wall mounting because I don't really like the idea about modifying the room that much because I do live in an apartment. Of course, that didn't stop my last housemate who would just bang holes in anything. I mean, not bang anything, he would just bang holes in things. That's HP no curse in that shrine. I don't really care about that. I don't really care. What'd you miss about Abigail? Just spam. Just spam. We can call her Spamagale. Spamagale. Hey, this is Spamagale from Acme Insurance. Yes. Thank you. Oh, God. I don't care about losing one armor. Yo, stop it with the Molotovs. They reload too quickly. It's actually a bit of a problem. That's something else that I need to figure out is... Oh, I should have just stayed up there. You know what? Oh, you know what? The Molotovs have a limited range, don't they? Yeah. I was wondering why this guy didn't get hit by the Molotov. Because I thought he was just up here against the wall. That explains it. That could be something else I could add in. Molotovs don't bounce, but they don't have a limited range, so they can go as far as you can shoot them. Yeah, Apache Thunder made a bullet is the crutch alternate skin. I saw it, it's pretty neat. I'm hoping at some point soon to get some actual sprite work done, which I haven't been able to do in a while, but something that would make it easier to kind of add in new characters and animations and stuff. Maybe not new characters is kind of hard. Anyways, yeah, I was talking about it was going to be hard to add in new synergies, right, because synergies are done via a enumeration which in the game is not saved properly, which I need to talk to someone at Dodge Roll about and be like, hey, you should make it easier to mod stuff. That'd be real fun. That'd be real freaking sweet and swell and all that other good stuff. If you get a third monitor and put it vertical, you can read chat better. The problem is there's just not enough space on my desk for 3 monitors. 2 is fine, I got plenty of room for 2, but the third one would just kind of be hanging off the edge. And it's not a big monitor, it's not a 1920 by 1080p monitor, it's not a 4K monitor, it's smaller than those, but there's still not enough room for it, unless it's in front of another monitor or something. That's the world's best Molotov right there. You know what, just stay in the fire. Yeah, I keep shooting them out of the fire, don't do that, just let them stay there. Maybe the final update is Steam Workshop compatibility. I'm gonna say no. And I'm gonna say no because I imagine, oh god damn it. I imagine it would be very difficult to actually put in Steam Workshop functionality. Like, that's not something you can just chuck into the game, I think. Maybe they do it for like specific things, like, oh, if you have a specific item you want to add into the game, you can add in this item, you know? You can add in items and guns, and that's it. No new floors, no new anything else. Maybe they will add in Steam Workshop integration, I don't know. My guess is no, though. My bet is on no. My bet is that it's just gonna be items, bug fixes, new character. Because honestly, here's the thing. It's only been like 3 months since the last update. That's not a lot of time, you know. It's probably gonna take longer than that to put in Steam Workshop support and stuff. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I think it would definitely be cool. How would they do it? Would you be able to add in your own sprites and stuff? I mean, I guess you'd have to. Let's not buy a key. Let's just open one chest. Airstrike. Well, I mean, we've got the Molotov launcher, which is super efficient. The airstrike is something. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'll take the synergy. Yeah, actually, this is really good. And you know what? I'm gonna be a very risky boy, and I'm going to open the chest. It gave me a key. It paid for itself, quite literally. Nice. So we have the green fire Molotov launcher. The green fire does not light us on fire when we step on it. It lights normal enemies on fire permanently, except for enemies that can put out fire, aka teleporting ghosts and whiz-bangs and bosses, which will not light on fire permanently. They will just light on fire for, I think, their normal length of time. It's not that bad. The green fire, you know, it does a good job of helping you to take out standard enemies. It means I don't have to worry about dodging to avoid fire damage on this boss fight, you know. Damn it! Okay. Kept missing. You know what? Is this green fire? No, it's red fire. Oh, that's actually a little scary now that I think about it. I'm just hoping that the Anaconda will go into the fire and the flames! As I am just very carefully trying to make my way around the fight here, avoid damage, get the kill on these turrets. I can blank, I know I can blank, I haven't felt the need to yet. I really should be blanking more often because, you know, I've had a couple of close calls, but there we go. Oh boy, super hot nothing. Yeah, that's one of the worst items in the entire game. You know, part of the reason why I wanted to open that chest was specifically so that I could get, theoretically, passive or inactive from the boss fight, and I did, but I actually kind of, right now, immediately regret my decision because that is a garbage item. The only thing good about it, as far as I'm concerned, is that you get the charge back quickly. So if you have anything that gives you like automatic blanking, blank on use, ring of triggers, you know, you could use those to some pretty good effect. But otherwise, I think it's actually hot trash. Trash. I guess technically we could have picked it up with the backpack, but I don't know. I'd rather save my money, honestly, because, and this is something that I figured out very recently. I was on Reddit a while back, a week or two ago. There's synergies with the scope and sniper rifles, 360 no scope, or 360 yes scope rather. That means that you can one-shot bosses, and if we can get any sort of a scope, we will one-shot bosses in this game. Every single boss to death. So I very much look forward to that day. You know, we need to actually stop using that. Hilariously, T-shirt cannon is my best boss killer. I only have 2 guns right now. We're in an awkward situation. We're not gonna open the chest yet. We are gonna wait until we find the other chest. I'm using T-shirt cannon because I think that the damage output is better than the Marine sidearm, but only slightly. Only slightly. They always do take a while to update the game. You're not wrong about that. Most definitely not wrong about that. They do take forever to update their dumb games. Okay, you know what? Free key is awesome, and honestly, it's a little subpar, but that's fine. Honestly, the Holy Grail is really nice. By the way, okay, so Holy Grail, let's talk about this for a minute too. A while back I put out a video saying, oh hey, there's some soul in a bottle weirdness. Like, what the hell is this? Is this an item or a synergy that, you know, theoretically they were gonna add to the game but they never did? Oh, look at this, I'm so clever for finding it. In actuality, apparently the soul in a bottle, or soul in a jar, whatever it is, works in vanilla Gungeon. It's the synergy of the bottle with the Holy Grail. I never had that synergy before, so I didn't realize. How cool is that? I mean, it's maybe a little cool. I think it's pretty cool. It means we can actually get a use out of the bottle if you have Holy Grail and you get hit. It's kind of fun. Kind of stacking up the curse a little bit here. So here I am putting out some misleading information. I was under the impression that Soul in a Bottle wasn't in use. It'd take as long to update as it takes me to read the chat. Maybe workshop support was at experiments they mentioned in that Reddit post. I thought that was in relation to the Paradox character, or maybe that was just something that was something that people wanted for a long time. Or, although maybe that's Steam Workshop support. Maybe that's what that was in reference to. I don't know. Because what I remember from the Reddit post about, you know, the theoretical new update, final update coming out was, oh, we're gonna add in something that people have been waiting for a long time. They've been asking for this. I thought that was Paradox, but maybe that's something else. Maybe, baby. Excalibur is a good room clearer, says Flytris. Well, I mean, I guess technically you're not wrong. Oh my god, so many alright, don't worry about the fire. So many freaking jammed enemies. And by so many, I mean, look, here's one. And another key, excellent. We are gonna find more jammed enemies though. Don't think that, you know, we're out of the woods. We have 2.5, we have 3.5 curse, which I guess isn't a lot, but getting, you know, even 2 cursed items on a run is, you know, run at this relatively soon in the run. That's a lot of curse. Oh, I thought that was green fire. It was actually red fire. But you know what? Hey, we got some ammo. Oh, no, you do have to go. I got stuck by getting stuck in the doorway. That was my bad. Yo, watch out for the red fire. The green fire is what you're immune to. That's the problem with thinking that you're immune to fire all the time, because you're actually not. They did say they would try to get the update in console certification by the end of the year, so January 19 is your bet when the final update comes out. January 2019. I did not catch that mention of console certification, but that does make sense. Not Bill Murray! Can you believe it's been nearly half a year, man? Keep it up. Have I considered playing Hades? You keep trying to get me to play that game. I haven't even looked at it, but hey, thank you for the sub. Welcome back, Not Bill Murray. I feel like it's been a little bit of a long time no see with you, hasn't it? Oh man, it's so worth it. It makes it so worth it to get you guys here. And see your nice, you know, comforting words of wisdom and comfort and support. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also, I see a message from my housemate who needs something. He needs a device. He needs the device. Chris, you can come get the device. You're free to get the device. Will this work? No. I don't get why this lady puts out Molotov oil on the ground. It's so bullshit. Like, I want to be able to hit her with the freaking Molotov. That's my big advantage right now. I can poison her. That works. Ah. All right. Sorry about... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chris. Sorry about that delay. This rude joker came in here to steal a recording device. He could have done this ahead of time. I forgot. You forgot. That's the excuse? That's your excuse. I was taking a shower at frickin' like 10. It's 6 o'clock right now. You were taking a shower at like 5. Was it me? Excuses, excuses. This guy. This freaking guy. He's okay. I put up with him. He's cool. Or so he thinks. Wait. Okay, first of all, I made a horrible mistake. But also, is the Molotov actually landing? No, okay. I thought for a second it was, because it looked like, bear with me for a second, it looked like I was actually hitting her with the fire, right? It looked like she kind of moved into it slightly, or maybe I was mistaken, I don't know. Man, I love, well, I love me some black holes, but also, I love the sound in this game, and I love the sound of like picking up 2 keys at once, or like ding ding, right? one after the other. Love the sound of picking up like 15 hegemony credits because you flawless a boss, and it's just like, perfection. Freaking outstanding. Okay, we gotta decide what we're doing on this floor. Did we find a secret room yet? I don't think so. We're gonna take a quick check. We're gonna pop, well, actually we don't have a blank to pop. I guess technically we could light ourselves on fire pretty easily if we really wanted to. We can sell some stuff if we really wanted to. You know, we could sell like irradiated lead, which isn't that good. We could sell t-shirt gun, which I think we're gonna do, because what we are going to do is we're gonna buy Skull Spitter and a key. Skull Spitter is much better than t-shirt gun. It has great synergies, and I think that this is just what we want, just what we prefer. And we're done with the floor. I don't want to get rid of anything else. Everything else is kind of a necessity at this point. We need Molotov launcher. We need Excalibur. Black hole gun is going to be great for bullet hell. And what black hole gun means, by the way, is that we don't need a lot of ammo in bullet hell. Bullet hell we can actually handle very easily just by using a couple of guns on the boss, and then every other room of combat is just black hole gun, won't you come and wash away the rain. Look, it's been quite a while since I listened to Soundgarden. Look, I don't know. I'm not a music guy. Gotta get caught up on Twitch chat so that Twitch doesn't get mad at me. What's the next subscriber badge? It's like a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and 12 month, I think. I forget what they actually ended up being. They're really good though. I highly recommend that you subscribe to get your sub badge today. But yeah, honestly, you know what? Sometimes I just buy items in Gungeon just on the Molotov is gonna be good on him. Just on the off chance that I get the synergy. Like, the Molotov launcher synergy, that's just good to get. You're gonna be happy with the Molotovs even if you don't have the synergy. Let's be perfectly honest with this, okay? Challenge mode, 22 credits, we can afford it. But like, Skull Spitter is unbelievably amazing if you get the synergy for it. So honestly, I just take it on the off chance I get that synergy, because that synergy is freaking phenomenal, incredible, outstanding, etc. It's also just like a good gun and a good boss killer, and honestly, we kind of could use a couple of extra boss killers and room clears and stuff. Gilded bullets. I haven't seen this item in a while, but this is really good. Just another really good item, really good damage upgrade. Also, can't help but notice, still looking for a sniper rifle. I want to one-shot bosses in the game and have the easiest time at killing them ever. Flytrace, you've shown up to every stream since October 3rd. Oh. I didn't know that. I guess I didn't think about it. I can't keep track of everyone. I mean, let's be honest. I'm far too popular for that. Oh, don't get a big head, Abe. Anyone else remember Third Rock from the Sun? It's a good show. Incoming message from the big giant head. What's the name of that dude actor? That dude tour, if you would. Solomon was his name on the TV show. God, I can't even remember. I mean, this is what I'm talking about when I say I'm bad at names and stuff. I just don't freaking remember. Levitt was the actor, the kid actor name, wasn't it? John Lithgow, yeah, thank you. He was in another movie, and I can never remember the name of this. He played a crazy doctor who accidentally teleported himself into a mountain on a train track or something like that. Or like save the world from aliens that only he could see. I've seen a lot of weird movies in the past. Would Super Hot Watch with 360 scope work? Jornker, it would, but you actually don't need the, you don't need that. You can actually one-shot bosses just using 360 no scope. You know, I didn't really expect the bullets to hang in the air. I didn't expect the black hole to suck them all in, but that wasn't what I was expecting would happen out of that. That looks a little weird, but he's dead. We get a brown chest, which is a mimic. So we might as well destroy the chest first and then pick up the ammo drop. No good reason not to. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that movie. Oh, Coin Crown! Gilded Bullets, Coin Crown is really good. And do you know what is really good about this synergy? We have faster reload times. We can actually use this as a room clearer and get a ton of money. So happy. Now, it would have been nice to get this gun a lot earlier on this run. We could have saved a lot of blanks, but this is a great synergy. Oh, he stood way too close. Actually, didn't even see him standing there. He was like right there at the corner of the wall, and I was like, dude, ah! I think as the Marine with military training, we also have a faster charge on our charge items, so we do actually have a bit of an extra advantage here, using Little Bomber as a room-clearing gun, which should be pretty good. As long as the bomb lands, it should spawn some extra cash. We can kind of hang out behind these tables. Yeah, this is real good. It's real nice. Let's just check that wall. Nope. We have a little bit more to explore. Have we found both chests yet? No, we've only found one. I can't even remember if I checked the other chest room for a secret room or not. Yo, what is up with these bombs? Why are they one-shotting everything? They're not supposed to be able to one-shot these enemies normally, but these ones are. It might be gilded bullets doing extra damage, but it could also be a part of the synergy, making them deal extra damage. I honestly have no freaking idea. Either way, I'm loving it. And I'm loving the damage we got here. There's a secret room here. We should probably just go to it now, because you never know what you're gonna get. And when you get two of the same quality chests, you think to yourself, am I gonna get two of the same payout? And we totally are, and we totally did. And I'm very happy to see that, because this means we have 2 extra blanks per floor, and we have double chances of lighting or poisoning enemies. That's really nice. I love those rooms. I love those secret rooms with 2 chests. We get super poison synergy. We also have poison exploding bombs. I love it. So this is Kill Pillars, 100%. I'm pretty sure when you go into a boss fight from the top, it's always going to be Kill Pillars on the 4th floor. Yeah. Okay, I gotta look this up. What has John Lithgow been in? What is the name of that freaking movie? It was from a long time ago. There's actually a separate page for his filmography. He's been in so many movies. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai! That's what I'm thinking of. It's a weird movie, from what I remember. Anyways, these guys are dead. I don't think there's any way in hell that the Kill Pillars are going to survive my onslaught of destruction, especially when you consider that I have piercing weapons. Yo, Molotov has to actually land, please. Thank you. I'm thinking the fire might stack green and red at the same time, and if so, dude, we can do some extra damage to these guys. Yeah, I mean, jump in the poison, that's not poison. Keep wanting to call it poison because we have poison, and it's green, but it's still fire. Anyways, that was the easiest fight ever, and we have now picked up the Yari launcher, which, with oiled cylinder, does extra damage, and is outstanding. Oh, this is a good run. This is a good run. You can use Little Bomber on the boss. That is true. And yeah, I know that Little Bomber drops some money on impact, not on actually killing an enemy, but I just wanted to use Excalibur here, because Excalibur is what you use when you're fighting kill pillars. Explosions, no thank you. Zorgun, no thank you. Zorgun's interesting because it is an A-tier gun and it could be a lot of fun, but you know what? I think I'd rather just go down to the next floor. We have outstanding weapons right now. The only thing I could ask for is a freaking sniper rifle so I can show you how to one-shot bosses. You can freaking one-shot the dragon too if you're fast enough, if you're good enough. You don't even need to be that good. Well, you need to be kind of good, maybe. Let's break that one. Oh, you're just barely not in the fire, you asshole. Get lit on fire. Again, the only enemies that are immune to that fire are enemies that are normally immune to fire, and if a ghost or whiz-bang teleports, they will extinguish it. But otherwise, the green fire, it does light enemies on fire until they die, which is why it's so nice. 150 shells is like plus 50% damage, correct, and 500 is about ×2. That's my rule of thumb. It's a pretty good rule of thumb, I think. It's served me well. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna not move, because you can't hit me if you don't move. That was my first eureka moment fighting these damn spiders. Really, that's the only eureka moment for fighting the spiders, is hey, just don't move. If you're far enough away. If you're close enough, then the bullets will still hit you. It's kind of weird that they programmed it so if you don't move, they don't hit you, because the spread on it, on the shots, you wouldn't think that that would be the case, you know? You know, because it fires symmetrical shots with a shot down the middle, but it's slightly offset a little bit, just specifically so that it misses you. It's a little weird, but I appreciate it though. I really do. Also, I have no idea why these bombs are poisoning enemies on... Oh, they're poisoning enemies on contact because they are explosive bombs. You know, the bomb still transfers the poison. It also just creates an explosive circle. I'm thinking about it a little bit wrong here. That's true, Subnautica is free on the Epic Games store until the 28th, says not Bill Murray. I did hear about that, I forgot to mention it earlier. You like Subnautica, or you want to try it? I think if you just, you know, download it to your account once, you have it forever. Steam does that for games on occasion. Hell, there's a game called Geneforge that is going free to play for, you know, a couple of days for the weekend or something like that. And if you download it once, you have it forever. It's nice. It's nice that game companies do this every once in a while. You know, they want to give themselves a bigger player base, and they're like, hey, you know, let's just give out a whole bunch of copies. It's especially important for anything that's like an online multiplayer game, of which Geneforge is, but not Subnautica. Subnautica is... I'm pretty sure Subnautica is single player only. I think maybe there's plans to make it multiplayer. There's probably mods that make it multiplayer, but I'm pretty sure it's just a single player only experience. Could be wrong about that though. You know, it has been probably a year since I have picked up and played Subnautica. Okay, we gotta check out this. Like, look at these shots. They're like perfectly symmetrical, and yet there's a gap right over you. That's so weird. Also, we have to do something. We have to do something that is probably not good, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop every item we have, literally every item we have, and we are going to get a freaking scope. And by a scope, I mean a sniper rifle, from this lady's Sinner Grace chest, because good God, I want a sweet ass synergy. So, we're gonna drop our gun, 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 and we're gonna make sure that nothing happens to these guns when we leave the room, because we're gonna knock the rat off of every single one of these. Not again. I wanna see this work once, okay? Also, drop that. Are we down to vanilla? We're down to vanilla minus one item, the scope. Okay. Come on. I know I did this already on other videos, but I want it to work. You feel that doing it once for the rat should do it for all the items in the room. That would definitely make this sort of thing easier, because this isn't hard. Like, you walk in and then you walk out, and then it flags the item as not being stealable for one more room. I could definitely agree with you on that point. You know, just make it so that if you do it once, it's done for the whole room. But if we get this, if we get an M1, an op, a sniper rifle, a Winchester, well, maybe not the Winchester, it might not do enough damage, but any gun that synergizes with the scope. Actually, are there more scope synergies, or is it only 360S scope? Hopefully it's just 360S scope. But if we can get a sniper rifle, we're gonna be so happy. She has a synergy in mind. We bought a chest. We open it. It's a synergy. It's an M1. Which does not 360S scope. Okay, well, I mean, absolutely a valuable use of our time. 100%, hundo percento. Don't feel like I wasted my time at all, no. Nope. I was worried about getting the laser sight, but here's the laser sight right here. Also, we're almost out of bombs, which I guess is not that bad of a thing. We should go pick up the HP while we have a moment. I'm tempted to get the laser sight because I don't know what it will do. I don't know if there's like a laser sight plus scope synergy, but how much accuracy can we freaking get here? Okay, gotta walk it. Jesus. Yeah, it's true. It's not like I'm short on cash. And it's not even that much of a damage downgrade to get it. So we'll get a laser sight. It'll synergize with something, I'm sure. Future gangster. Oh, you know what? When we run out of bombs, we'll use that gun. Oh. Almost. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd he go? There's Skeleton Man. I almost had him with that bomb I fed through the passageway, but I missed him. So I don't know if this is any good. It seems really good. Like, it seems like we're firing Void Core shots, which are really powerful shots. So honestly, I think I'm good. You cannot read Ammo Namabot messages in the Twitch app. Are you the only one? If it's because of the color, can you change the color of the messages at all? because the bot is still sending messages. Yeah, this is a decent gun. This is a really decent gun. I'm glad I purchased the laser sight. I wish I had a little bit more ammo so we could keep using our guns, but this is fine. You know, I'll take using this gun for one floor, and then we'll use black hole gun for bullet hell when it doesn't really matter if we get any items from enemies. Not items, but money, rather. Daruma. I mean, it's decent. I've been getting better at it. We do have 2 ammo-lits, so it's probably better than Napalm, and I know that we are losing out on one synergy, the Molotov launcher, but we actually don't need the Molotov launcher synergy anymore because we have enough guns now that we're set, you know? Well, I mean, this is exactly what I wanted. Jolly Roger, which may have been the first synergy I ever had in the Gungeon. What the heck do we want now? Omega Bullets is worthless. See, I'm debating getting ammo and then filling up Little Bomber and then using it on the boss to get more money, but we don't need more money, do we? We don't need Airstrike, we have Daruma. Roughly similar, honestly, especially with the poison. I think we just go. We fight the boss. We have Yari Launcher, we can get ammo for the Yari Launcher after the boss fight, and then we have the Skull Spitter as kind of a backup gun. And the Skull Spitter is effing amazing. It does incredible damage due to the Jolly Roger synergy. It fires 3 skulls for every one that it normally fired. I think now I will take Little Bomber ammo just because I can. And then we'll fight the boss. This is looking real nice. We've got a Yari Launcher. Do we want to fire anything else before the Yari Launcher? Yes. We want to fire a few skulls just to kind of hit a damage cap, and then we want to launch the missiles. Launch the missiles! Now, unfortunately, the missiles might get broken by skulls, but you know what we got to deal with skulls? Skull Splitter! Yeah, the boss is gonna die very quickly. 27 Yari rockets, is that enough to get a kill on the heart? Well, hopefully. And hey, you know what we have? Daruma. Just in case we wanna pop a blank every once in a while. Perfect. Choose through ammo like it's nothing else is correct, but it don't matter anymore. And this will cost me a little bit of damage, but we're gonna get enough money on the next floor that I think we definitely do this. I don't care about the HP, the armor, you know, Omega Bullets. Omega Bullets does have a synergy with, I was gonna say hot lead, but with poison bullets, it would make it so that every first shot is always, no, every last shot rather, is always a poison bullet. But it, I mean, that doesn't really matter, does it? You know, what items do we have that would work well with Omega Bullets? Nothing. Like, Black Hole Gun doesn't do a lot of damage. Molotov Launcher, the Molotov itself does little damage, and then we just got other guns, like just guns. Black Hole Gun, on the other hand, you know, I mean, we're just gonna suck enemies into a pit. You know, I guess the black holes would do more damage to enemies that got sucked into the black hole. Maybe that's something worth considering. You know, because when enemies get sucked in, if they're jammed, they'll live for quite a while the black hole chews them up. So maybe getting double damage on Black Hole Gun would be worth it, but I don't think it's necessary at all. Like, we're just gonna be destroying enemies anyways. We're not that cursed, you know? If a jammed enemy survives a shot, I mean, we just kill him ourselves. Okay, well, I hate this, but I think I got the correct angle. Yeah, like that guy. That guy's gonna live. That's very unfortunate. But he's not gonna live for long afterwards. Even Giant Agonizer's skull. Oh, what is that? I have bad memories of bullets hanging in the air. I don't think that's what happened here, because this is not modded. No, this is not modded Gungeon. This is regular old-fashioned Gungeon. But I have bad memories of hanging bullets, so I'm a little worried. Hold up. I gotta check this out because I wanna see if the game is actually gonna glitch. Hopefully not. No, that's perfectly normal apparently. The game has no trouble with one bullet kinda just hanging in the air. I could blank it out of existence if I want. Get out of here, you unnatural bullet. That's not how bullets are supposed to behave. Bullets are supposed to move, not hover in the air with the greatest of care. Yeah, took my black hole ammo. It really doesn't matter. Were we out for anything else? No, we just bought Yari launcher ammo. I will use 2 black holes. You freaking jerk! Because once the black hole gets far enough away from you, you don't get sucked up into it. And neither do your bullets. You gotta admit, that guy was pretty jerkish for jerking me around like he did. Yeah, that's a good room. Boost damage with little bomber. I mean, here's the thing. You're probably right. You wanna know why you're probably right? You're probably right because if we fight the Lich, we probably want as much damage as possible with the Yari launcher, right? You know, we had a lot of extra damage with the Yari launcher on the dragon fight, and we basically used all the ammo for that fight. We did, if you count the heart. So, yeah, you know what? We probably do want this. We probably do want to get a little bit of extra money before we actually end up fighting the Lich. Trying to push him into a pit, but it's not really working. And I think these bombs, well, with their accuracy, they'll definitely fire straight. So let's go right here. Yep. It's a lot of money. You know, if we get up to, again, 150 is 50% I'm gonna say HP, 50% extra damage. That was a bad bomb. What do we care if we miss a couple of bombs, though? Oh! The tricky thing here is that you gotta dodge the shots from one set of opposite corners, and you have to not dodge the shots from the enemies that spawn in the other corners, because you've got the enemies that fire in a V shape, they'll miss you if you're standing still, and you've got the enemies that fire directly at you. So you gotta do tiny little dodges. Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna say, I'm very glad I picked up Oiled Cylinder. And not just because we have the... not just because we have the Yari launcher. You know, so I knew that when you got hit with Holy Grail, it gave you a blank-like effect. I didn't realize it was a blank. I didn't realize it basically just meant you had always permanent armor whenever you took damage. Because we opened up a secret room, and that can only happen with blanks, Little Bomber, and the bomb. An Elder Blank. It's actually kind of nice. It's nice to know that it does kind of count as a real American-made steel blank. King Bomber loot bag is insane. Yeah, because loot bag makes it so that King Bomber drops more money, and King Bomber drops money every time you fire King Bomber and it hits an enemy. So you end up getting like 15 credits every shot or something silly like that. It's ridiculous. I think I've had that once before. King Bomber, aka money-making Little Bomber, is a synergy that I don't have all that often, but I wish I had it more. Because you get so much money from it. Look at this room. 251. 290. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Okay, now this is interesting. I gotta check this out. So our shots have a little bit of spread to them. We pick up 2 different accuracy bonuses, and look at our shot spread. They still have a bit of spread on them, but the spread is always consistent. You see that? We're always firing 3 shotguns at the exact same spread. That's very interesting, and something I did not realize about that gun. Huh. If Fine Lich, maybe just do Rest of 4 to get money. Nah. You know, because if we get 300 credits, that's like, what, 80% of a damage upgrade? Or 80% damage up? We don't need much more than that. You know, so I'm honestly just going to stop using Little Bomber and go back to Black Hole Gun. Because we just don't need the money at this point. We don't. I'm sorry if you think we need more money, but you are wrong. What have I been listening to recently? I have not been listening to too much. Again, I'm not really a big music person. I listen to a lot of game soundtracks, and I know that kind of makes me into a big nerd, but it's true. I have a sleep mix. Turn it on my phone before I go to sleep. You know, something just nice and relaxing. Sometimes I'll mix it up a bit, but I don't even know what's on there anymore. You know, at this point, it's like, it's a weird conditioning. After the first song, I'm asleep. Which is lovely, because before I started doing that, where I gave myself like a playlist to listen to or something, I actually had a relatively difficult time falling asleep, and it's so much better now. This is good enough damage. Yeah, we can kill 2 phases instantly, essentially, with the Yari launcher. That's nice. That's real nice. Game music can be really great. If you've never listened to it, Dungeon of the Endless has an amazing soundtrack. I love that. Love that soundtrack. So again, just doing some damage to kind of, well, do some damage. Then we'll switch over to the Yari launcher. Still have 21 shots remaining for the 3rd phase. This is going to be an easy Lich fight, I think. Damage plus Gundramina Strain. If it actually does work on bosses, which I'm still a little bit unsure of. But we've got amazing guns to make it happen with, because are you looking at the... You son of a gun! You asshole! I hate that. Oh, Lord. For your money, Crypto the Necrodancer, Bastion, and Transistor. All of some of the best music in games. Crypto the Necrodancer has good music, I'm not that big of a fan of the game, though, because you have to concentrate for like 4 minutes at a time on every level. You can't look away, you can't like crack your neck, you can't blink, because you have to take in, you have to process the entire level in order to kind of min-max it. And every beat you have to insert a command. So your brain is just constantly like running on full speed. And to me, that kind of takes away from the experience a little bit. I understand that that's the whole point of the game, is that you have to move on the beat. But when the beats are pretty quick and you have to keep moving really fast in order to keep your score multiplier and get money and kill the enemies and get all the loot and stuff, it starts to just kind of wear you down a little bit. It's a good game to play in spurts, I think, but for me, I just can't concentrate on it because I want to blink. You know, I want to look away for a moment. I want to just stretch. I don't want to be focusing that intensely on what is supposed to be kind of just like a casual experience. I'm not saying casual as in bad, which some people do associate with bad, you know, casual mobile games, you know, shovelware games and stuff like that, but it's a good game. It's just not for me. And that's fine. You can have games that are for you and not for you. Gungeon's for me. Gungeon's definitely for me. And I hope it's for you, because this game is great. And I've played like 500 episodes of it for YouTube and Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch and Patreon to support me, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.